Hi everyone, my name is Evelyn Scott, and we are Garfield. I have with us our team. We have Frank Calandrillo, we have Jesus Rodriguez, and we have Lou Aloya. Just wanted to say everyone hello, and first I just want to thank everyone for the warm welcome we've received out on our campaign trail. We have had many conversations, we've heard great suggestions, and we want to let everybody know that we are listening, and that is the main reason why we are communicating with everyone that we see. Because we want to make sure we have that conversation, and we want to hear your input. Everything that you've said, we have listened to, we have taken great notes, and if you even look at our plan for Garfield, it's a plan for Garfield, made by Garfield, thinking within you. And now with everything that's said, we also want to remind everyone that your ballots did hit your mailboxes this past week, and if you haven't filled it out yet, please make sure you do. We have a great resource on our website at wearegarfield.com. Shows you instructions on how to fill everything out if you haven't received your ballot, or if you want to even know if you're registered. If you're not registered, you still have some time to do that, but just keep in mind, the sooner you do everything, the better it is. And there's also locations for the county box if you don't want to send it by mail. There's many resources out there for you, and we just want to make sure that you know that we are here, and we're here to help.
Hello everyone, my name is Frank Calandrillo. I'm a candidate for council in this 2020 election. And I just want to share with you a little bit about my background and where we're going to in the future. During my years of being a council member, I have always had a passion for serving. I was a coach for many years, and I still am a coach for the Garfield Junior Boilermakers. And I'm also a trustee on the Boys and Girls Club. And with that being said, I was mayor for 12 years and council. And during that time, when I was the mayor, Mr. Aloya was on the council, we brought a program to the city. It was Mount Laurel funding, where these wealthy communities who could not build affordable housing, we actually applied for the funds and brought into Garfield over $2 million. And what did we do with that money? We set up an agency where we actually gave out loans to the tune of $25,000 per applicant that qualified. And if you stayed in your home, those loans for building improvements, home improvements, actually turned into grants. So if you stayed there, lived there for 7 years, you actually did not have to pay a dollar back. And I thought that was one of the greatest programs to ever hit the city of Garfield. And I thank the council who supported that with myself and Mr. Aloya. We also supported restructuring and redoing our parks. A lot of our parks, Malcolm Park, the Riverwalk, these are all things that we put a lot of time and effort into getting done. Century Field. So we have steadily improved. We improved our infrastructure. There wasn't a grant that I did not support. There is not anything for our firemen that I did not support. You know, we have volunteers in our town. And without our fire volunteers, where are we? We're nowhere. We have purchased fire trucks and also supported hiring police officers to keep our city safe. So I also supported our new police station. But with that being said, you know, the way the city is going now, I feel that things have to change. We are currently under an administration that is promoting overdevelopment. It's promoting pilot programs, payment in lieu of taxes, where the one developer will not pay school taxes on what he develops and builds. And with that being said, I have a document in my possession. It's from Meridia Crossing. This was the project on Schley Street, and it was where the developer actually, when myself, Mr. Aloya, and Deputy Mayor Glenn Maddy at the time opposed giving him a pilot. And this letter came to us, and Mr. Delaney did want to give a pilot. It says, this will serve to confirm our telephone conversation of June 2nd, 2014, with respect to the matter above. As indicated to you, my client wishes to proceed with the project, and at this time is withdrawing its request for a payment in lieu of tax agreement pilot. And it's signed by Brian Tripkowski, his attorney, and dated, and it was addressed to City Manager Tom Dutch. Now, why am I bringing this into my message? It's just proof that if 3 council persons say no to pilots, developers will build. On this particular project, he built it, he rented it, and he actually sold it for $24 million. So what I'm asking is we need to have council persons up there to say no to pilots. We need to have council persons up there to not support overdevelopment. I'm sorry, 105 units on a half of an acre, if this was to consistently progress, our city would really have some strong ramifications, and it would not be good. Our quality of life would not exist for us. So with that all being said, I love Garfield. I'm 62 years old. I got involved in government when I was 35 years old, and I'm asking for consideration for myself and for my ticket. We are a group, not my ticket, but our ticket. We are a good group of candidates, and we want what's best for Garfield. And at this time, I'll now introduce to you fellow candidate, Jesus Rodriguez.
Hi everyone, hi Garfield. My name is Jesus Rodriguez, and I'm running for council for the November 3rd municipal election. We are team right here, Councilman Frank Calandrillo, Councilman Louis Aloya, my roommate Evelyn Scott. We are Garfield. I also want to share that I'm here for 28 years as a homeowner and resident in Garfield. Married for 39 years with my beautiful wife, Maribel, who's a teacher, and my 2 daughters, Molly and Marielis. And I have to bring Charlie, my Shih Tzu dog. I have to. If I don't, we have problems. I'm also the founder of the Hispanic Alliance of Garfield, the first Hispanic nonprofit community service organization registered in Garfield, New Jersey in 2002. My glasses. The Alliance was created as a witness to the unique human needs of underserved minority groups. And by the way, we are celebrating our National Hispanic Heritage Month from September 15 to October 15 every year. And we recognize, all of us, the contributions made and the positive influence through their strong commitment to family, faith, hard work, and service. We are a very diverse community that share the same purpose, our quality of life. We are Garfield, and we welcome smart redevelopment for our city as long the developer pay his share taxes, not a pilot program that will not pay property school taxes on what he built. That's not fair for us as homeowners and taxpayers and the community in Garfield. And this is exactly what Mayor Vigolioso, Deputy Mayor Delaney, and Councilwoman Erin Delaney voted yes to give the only developer in the history of Garfield a pilot program. School property tax free. Please read the small print on the contract. Little details that we don't read sometimes. There you find out what kind of advantage this developer is getting. Read the little print details. As a Latin American citizen, I am running for council to aspire and nurture families in regards of our quality of life. And what is quality of life? It's the well-being, comfort, and health of an individual or a community. Our other issue is that a lot of people are saying to us when we walk and talk to them and connect with people that the traffic congestion is terrible, garbage trucks all over the city, drivers who don't care or follow speed limits. People are really, really concerned about this. And we all are here because we live here and we love Garfield. Citizens want to make sure their concerns will be addressed. Residents raise a number of issues about bad odor, noise, and truck traffic from the IWS transfer station, which consolidate waste from all Bergen, Passaic, Union, Essex counties, and surrounding communities. It's too much. I intend to further outreach to families in Garfield, regardless of race, creed, gender, or national origin, in an effort to advocate for social services to families in need of assistance, quality of life, health, safe street, environment for our community. That is the priority for taxpayers. We are leaders who listen and care about people. Another issue that I want to address is the debate. We are ready anytime. We were ready anytime to debate. But it's not fair that we are supposed to go and express our opinion, our platform. It's not fair for the candidates not to be there. But we are ready anytime to go and do what we need to do and to really tell the people exactly what's going on in the city. Remember, get ready. Get your voting mail ballots out to the post office or go to one of the facilities in Hackensack and Asheville Heights. All that information is on our website, wearegarfield.com. We are Garfield, and we are listening to everyone. And I have another concern or another issue that I have to bring to the citizens of Garfield. If anyone have any questions regarding my integrity in this community and my service to the people of Garfield, please call me. My phone number is right there on the leadership. I'm an open book. Ask me any question. I'm here to serve you, not to serve ourselves. So call me anytime. Thank you so much for everything. I love Garfield. I love this city. I love the people. I'm not going anywhere because I'm here to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesus. I'm Evelyn Scott. As well with my team, we are running for City Council. This is our election that we are running, and this is what we represent. We are here to represent you, and that has been our constant theme throughout our campaigning, through our walking and visiting every one of you, is to let you know that we are listening, because when you vote, you have to vote for the people that represent you. I want to see someone that's going to be sitting there and is going to be representing, is going to have the same ideas, and is going to fight, is going to be strong, and is going to be fight for this community. That's why I got involved. I myself lived here for 30 years in this city, in this wonderful city. I grew up on Passaic Street. I went to number 6 school. I went to the middle school and then to the high school. Then after college, I went ahead and I started working in finance. And where I am now, I work for a municipality, and I am the finance department as well as the deputy tax collector. That is my career, and I've dedicated myself to learning when it comes to government finance, when it comes to taxes. And that's what I wanted to bring back to my community. After doing everything that I can for the city that I work, I wanted to bring that here because this is where I live and this is the people that I love. So when it comes to that, when we ask in reference to the pilot program, I have another document here from our professional plan back on January 23rd, 2020. Paul Ritchie has sworn testified before the board that the Plan 1 has dated on December 20, 2019. This is regarding Kalama site. The site is a rectangular shape consisting of 6.83 acres. The contamination found on site has been remediated and has been cleared for non-residential use. So when you see that back on January 23rd, that area of Kalama site has been cleared. Anyone can go there, they can buy it. What incentive is there to give this developer a pilot program where he doesn't have to pay taxes, have to pay their school taxes? That's an interesting fact, because when we look at that as a whole, when the city has in your taxes, you have to pay your percentage goes to the city, 48% of your taxes goes to the school, and 10% goes to the county. If this site did not have to put money towards remediation, didn't have to do any of that, but went ahead and got 48% off their taxes, and that's not going to school, how is that fair for the rest of us? Because those taxes are going to fall on us. And they're going to say, regarding the pilot, you're going to get 15 million. They use a keyword, up to 15 million. But if it was up to 15 million that you were going to receive, when you're not really looking at, it was supposed to be double that, almost double that. So when you look away and you look at the schools and you see their conditions and you see that and you say, well, how was that approved that you do not have to give 48% going to the schools when that's what they need? All those schools there need that money. And for someone actually, 3 people on the council, one of them being a principal, decides to say, it's okay, those schools don't need 48%. It's not okay. When I ran for the Board of Ed, I was one of the people that said, I feel like we're not being listened to. So I decided to go ahead and actually get involved, ask questions, do my research. And that's why I'm here. And when I met Lou and Frank and Jesus I've known, I knew that we all have the same ideas. We all have that same fight to make sure that we do the things that are right for the city. And your voting record does stand, and it does go with you for the rest of your life. And when anyone says otherwise, at least Frank and Lou, they have fought for our city time and time again since I was young. I saw it. I still see it now. I see it in the meetings. I've sat in those meetings and I've seen them fight for us. And I've seen them explain their vision, explain what they want to do. And now we have a chance to even go further. This is why I'm running. This is why Jesus is running. And that's why we are all a team. So when it's time to come for your ballot, please consider us. Please consider a ticket. And yes, we're not afraid to debate. We're not afraid to talk to candidates. That's why we've been canvassing every single day since August. We have been visiting our residents, having conversations. We are not afraid. We might not agree with everyone, or people might not agree with us. But I will say, a lot of people do agree that when you start giving away your town, you are selling Garfield away. So with that, thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn. To the City of Champions, Garfield, New Jersey, I'm really, first and foremost, I'm extremely proud of the 3 people sitting to my right. For all the effort that they've put in, for all of their dedication and their want for the goodness of the City of Garfield, I can tell you they are working very, very hard. Probably harder than I've ever seen in any campaign in 24 years. With regard to some of the significant issues that we've already brought up and talked about, the debate, we were only invited 2 people to attend the debate. That's not fair. I want my running mates with me, and I think you deserve to have and hear from my running mates. I think Evelyn and Jesus have added a phenomenal level to this campaign. Please contact both of them, either one of them, if you have any questions with regard to the election law, the mail-in ballots, being Hispanic and speaking in their language, that they can communicate to you on basically some of the significant issues. To mention some of the things in support of what Frank Calandrillo had said, we looked at some of these plans and some of the problems that have been developed over the City of Garfield. Some of the things that we have fixed, the Walmart development, was absolutely not a moneymaker for the town. Now it is a moneymaker. No pilot given. You look at the Wawa development. Definitely, it was a very contaminated piece of property. The prior owner wanted to put up apartments. We said, no apartments, please no apartments. The developer, the owner of the property says, well, what's your idea? Sir, if I give you my idea, I don't need you. We had developers come in that had brilliant ideas. Some of them were even beyond our thinking. They're paying taxes, they're enhancing the community. Now you're talking about the Calamas site that both Evelyn, Frank, and Jesus have mentioned with quality of life type of issues. The developer for that piece of property, whether you like the property being developed or not, is not the issue. But we recognize as soon as we had the plan in front of us, I'm discussing it with Frank and I'm saying, hey, Frank, they're taking 80 parking spaces off the street. They're putting their warehouse between a church, a mosque, and a school. It needs to be done right. It needs to be done slowly. You know why? Because it's your neighborhood, not particularly our neighborhood. But we need to listen to the community. We need to interact with the community. We can't let a developer come in, not pay his fair share, and then in turn take 80 parking spaces off the street. Unacceptable. You look at the police station. The police station is your money that was spent to build that, to make your city safe. You better believe we've got to go at a slow, meticulous pace to make sure that we're spending your money correctly. Those are the things that really mean so much to us. And you talk about having history or no history. When we when we got elected back in '96, we realized that the firehouses were misplaced here in Garfield. By moving one firehouse to this side of the railroad tracks, do you know that all of our insurance ratings changed for the less? It actually lowered the city's insurance rating and it lowered your insurance. Hard numbers to find, hard numbers to understand, but guess what? When you're writing out checks, a smaller check is much better than a bigger check, without question. We've done the same thing with regard to the other committees that we've been on and the way we've developed them. We looked at the comps. We looked at all of the comps for the developments that are in this town. There is no justification for 32 apartments with 19 parking spaces. And then as Evelyn was so eloquent in saying, and you only pay half as much tax as anyone else in the town. Unacceptable. It's just not the way it should be developed. It should be developed that when you bring something into your town, the residents, the homeowners, the people that have 30-year mortgages are paying less, or at least not escalating at a price that far exceeds how much their income is. Even though Frank and I are on no committees, we've been appointed by the mayor and the deputy mayor to 0 committees, we still built the dog park. It was really a fun thing to do. I've got to say, with Frank bringing his love for animals, me being my passion for wanting to get parks done, we got the dog park. We had the plans for many years, even for the walking park on River Drive. And I've got to thank administrations way prior to us that looked at it, saw it, and worked with it. And we were able to bring it to fruition now in 2020 when things you didn't even think that they were going to happen. The last thing that I want to touch on, most importantly, is the fact that we have a situation where we have school board issues getting mixed with municipal issues. School board is most essential. My grandchildren go to the schools here in Garfield. My grandson will probably be in Garfield High School next year. I hope so, because I think it's a really great school. We have absolutely great teachers. But we can't give away a $900,000 concession stand in a football field. It's unacceptable to spend $1 million of your money to build a concession stand. I just could not see it, and I will never see that as being something that's right for the city. But that's really a school board place and a school board issue. We have done outstanding jobs with all of our parks, from River Drive to the Garfield Boilermakers to 20th Century Field. Then you bring it to close to my heart, Frank's heart, and another gentleman in town, Dennis Malicki's heart, Babe Ruth Field. Back in 1996, we put the lights on Babe Ruth Field. We used county money to do it. By having those lights, we were able to host the World Series here in Garfield. Our coaches were excellent. There's no question that field is being used every day by middle school students, by city students, and even by adults that think Garfield is worth coming to. I'm not going to chase away anyone from Garfield. I want outside people coming into our town. Our kids get there first. The kids get the first time to go on the field, not the outsiders. I understand that. The outsiders contribute financially to the maintenance of the field. I appreciate that. But at the same token, they're here. They're going to our local restaurants. They're going to our local gas stations to get gas. They're coming to Walmart and going shopping. They're adding to our economy here in Garfield. That's the type of development you want. Something that adds to, doesn't take away. When you're going to build 78 apartments on River Drive, 3 feet from the neighbor's house. Let's see, I'll put my arm out. That's 3 feet to the neighbor's house. I'd be in Evelyn's house with 78 apartments. Do you want that in your neighborhood? I don't think it should be in anyone's neighborhood. We worked so hard, Frank and I, over the years. We turned River Drive into Restaurant Row. That was our concept that we developed over the years working on the council. That's what it takes. It takes never to forget where you come from. But we gave an opportunity for the small businesses to relocate on River Drive. Keep it going. We don't have a highway. We don't have a Route 46 or a Route 17. River Drive is the best thing we have to a highway that generates rateable income for our citizens. And look what's there. It turned into something really outstanding. It has development for residential off-site. It has a park on the River Drive, on the riverside, which is an outstanding, and we're looking to expand, and we're participating in that expansion. And then you have all of the commercial real estate that's there, paying taxes, 100%, except for one spot. And that's the Kalama spot, which Evelyn, Frank, and Jesus have brought up already with regard to they only going to pay 50% of what being paid. Why are you paying 100% and they get to pay 50%? We're really not sure that that's fair. We're not sure that that's equitable. Lastly, most important, if you have any questions about voting, you have to vote by mail. Please contact Evelyn. Her number 201-305-0427. Jesus also. Jesus, what's your phone number? I didn't write it down.
201-421-6030. Call me anytime.
And you've already got Frank's number and you've got my number because we've been here serving our community for many, many years. I hope that this message was informative. I hope that you understand our passion. I hope you understand their passion. These are really good people here to my right. People that deserve to be on the city council, not for the power that they get, but for the hours that they're willing to commit to serve and listen to you. God bless Garfield. God bless everyone, the City of Champions. Frank, if I've misspoken, please take it from there and have a great day.
Well, now you've heard it. You've heard it from our candidates. And just to give you an example of the way government's being run. The other day, as council representatives, we get an email just saying the next council meeting on October the 13th is canceled. No reason, no explanation, nothing. Just it's canceled. And this has been not the first meeting that's been canceled in this particular way. So to the residents, you've heard a lot here. There's a lot to digest. But I will say this. Our opponents are bragging zero increase for this tax bill that just came out. Guess what? It's a zero increase because of the input of Councilman Aloya, Councilman Calandrillo. We're the ones that said no into putting $8.7 million of debt onto the residents. Fix the stadium? Absolutely. The stadium had $3 million when I left as the mayor of the city of Garfield. Why wasn't that $3 million put towards repairing the stadium? Why wasn't the $1 million grant for the stadium applied to the stadium? These are things that I can't give you answers because it wasn't my decisions, but these are decisions of the past. And going forward, you know what? We've talked about Kalama. We've talked about Passaic Street. 105 units, way too much. No sewer study. No water study. And guess what? No school taxes on what they build. Every developer is paying school taxes. Every one. From Garden State Paper to the Vernado property. Why is one developer being treated differently? Representatives have to represent you, the public. They have to represent the hard working class people in the city of Garfield. And with that being said, that's why I like We Are Garfield candidates. Now, I sit up here, and we've talked a lot. We have walked so much of the city. We have walked so much of the city listening to your ideas, your recommendations. We get it. We get it. Speed bumps, illegal apartments, overcrowding, against pilot programs, street conditions, parking, parks. And that's just a start of what we're hearing. But these are your ideas, not the politicians that are not listening to you. We had residents come to our meeting and beg for a town hall meeting so they could speak without being restricted to 3 minutes. So that council members could speak without being ruled out of order if they try to explain their votes. This is what's going on now, presently, with Rigoloso, Mr. Delaney, and Ms. Delaney. That's not what government's for. Government is here to serve you, the public. Please allow us to serve you so we can help you. Calandrillo, Rodriguez, Scott, and the lawyer, thank you for your time. If you do have questions, please reach out to us, and we will promise to do our best job with sincerity and love of the community, something that has been missing for the last 4 years. Thank you, Garfield residents.
Thank you.